Alright, well, we've got one package which arrived today, which is a very weird one. I've never seen anything arrive from Amazon looking like this. I'd show you the other side, but that's where the shipping label is. So let's just open this to get the one thing out of it. Then let's add the other two things that arrived and start going through the non-anime stuff because there's quite a bit of it. Well, technically Hentai is anime. And here's the DVD version of Lust-Strick Trilogy, you know, which a Blu-ray version showed up last week. And of course, before we go through these, like I said, there's a good amount of non-anime stuff. So let's choose an order. First of all, we also have the Blu-ray version of Ant-Man and the Wasp show up, so that's good. Incredibles 2, which I did watch, so I'll try to talk about that. Ready Player One, only because I probably should watch it. Tasmania Season 1, Parts 1 and 2. You know, watch some of that. Maybe I can talk a little bit about that. Let's see, we have Superman, the complete animated series. Assuming this is the correct Superman. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, I mean, that looks like the right what's-her-face. And then, Justice League Season 1, Part 1 and 2, and Justice League Unlimited. Oh, and last but not least, we have Stranger Things 2, original series, new release. It says VHS, but of course it's really Blu-ray DVD. You can kind of see down there. This one's kind of neat on the inside. I think Season 1 was the same, but I don't know. Is stuff. Is good stuff. Let's just reverse the order of those and go through this. So first, we've got Kino's Journey, the animated series, or Kino's Journey: The Beautiful World, which I do believe is the same Kino's Journey that I already have and know about. I just gotta take that off to see if there's a cute girl. There wasn't a cute girl, but there was a handsome motorcade? Is that what that was called? Well, anyways, I'm pretty sure this is the same Kino's World I already watched. And if it isn't, then I probably have some catching up to do. Oh, look, regions A and B. And, you know what, let's take this plastic off, see if we can get this camera to focus better, because, plastic's getting really annoying. Okay, then let's try again. We've got regions A and B, we've got Hecho in Mexico, yes. Audio is okay. English dub is there. An interview with probably the person that created, trailers, textless opening and closing. There's a whole world to explore. I mean, if I take a peek at this a little closer and discover it is not the Kino's Journey that I've already watched and enjoyed, then I might have to go and buy a DVD version if that was out there, or maybe this was Blu-ray only release. Well, now I think about it, I was maybe a bit lazy with making sure, but whatever. Next up, we have Black Clover, Season 1, Part 2? Part 2. Hard for me to see that in the little screen. Doesn't look like it's focusing very well, but that says Part 2, I believe. So let's take the sticker out, see if there's any sexy ladies underneath it. Yeah, no sexy ladies, but maybe somebody out there got an L-boner. Ha 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 ha. Alright, well, we can see in the back, I see another region. God, these damn shadows. You can see another region A, B. What's with the light this time? It looks like there's English and Japanese dub, and Okay, I'm looking at this here. Episode 12 and 15 commentaries of Black Clover inside the new Studio J. Clover Clips Special Edition. Inside the episode, Black Clover highlights episode 10 through 18. Textless opening and closing, songs and trailers. Come on. Let's see, what is this? Black Clover Quartet Nights. PS4. And then the one in the My Hero Academia thing. Person. Broken case. Other person. Guy with glasses. You gotta be careful of those guys with glasses. Blu-rays 1 and Blu-rays 2, DVD 1 and DVD 2. Alright. Back in here. Last but not least, we have Beyblade Metal Masters, which I'm not entirely sure what all Beyblade I had, but it looked like, well, I had some Metal Masters, maybe. I probably didn't have 51 episodes worth, so I'm guessing this is something for me to have. I think the text down here is stuff. Okay, that's a little readable. English, subtitles, English. Why can't I read what it says after that? Widescreen version. Region 1. Blah, 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 blah. Let's take a peek on the inside. 1 through 10, 11 through 20, 21 through 30. That should be 31 through 40. And then this is 41 through 51. On 5 discs. So, I know it's a little small, but here's this week's anime DVD collection update. Well, I don't think I watched any anime. There's a question of if I got another episode of New Game in, but I don't think I did. I think I was mostly... I was trying to do something. What was I trying to do on Thursday? Well, I guess I can't remember what all I was trying to do, but apparently, no, I was definitely trying to do something on Thursday. Oh, that's right. It's probably because I fired up Octopath Traveler, and I took my characters, I took absolutely everything off of all of them, and then I rebuilt them from the ground up to take on True Final Boss based on what I had learned from watching the speed run, which obliterated True Final Boss like it was nothing. And I can see some of the struggle that probably happened in order to make that work. It should be a lot easier on me with a stronger party in theory if I can understand. There's some timing issues that it took advantage of that hopefully I'll be able to take advantage of as well. But basically, I guess, no, I've got a lot of thoughts, and I think a lot of the stuff should work out. I just maybe need to take a couple more notes, but I was mostly rearranging my party a whole lot. And it's surprising, it took like 3.5 to 4 hours of time to do. And that was just that part. I also took a lot of notes that should help me get through some of that stuff faster so I can get to the critical point that I keep not getting past. So hopefully I should get there faster, and I should actually get through it completely. And I learned some interesting things in terms of the way the end bosses, the true final boss stuff is working, I guess. Anyways, obviously a lot of time and thought went into that. Otherwise, I spent a lot of my extra time on the weekend sleeping and relaxing, something which I felt like I've needed to do. And I think it's shown for the better. I think this week, even though I want to sleep, I'm more well rested, like I should be. But let's see, for anime, yeah, I guess I ended up not firing up any new game. Did have some company on Saturday, did do some grocery shopping, which is good because, you know, Thanksgiving grocery shopping is beginning. So what did I watch? Well, I did watch some more My Hero Academia with my friend. You know, we're starting into season 2, and it's fun. It's been entertaining to rewatch. It's an engaging series, and I think he's been enjoying it. This weekend is probably going to be different because Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them movie 2 should be coming out, and I wonder. Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee should also be coming out on Friday. They haven't shipped yet. Speaking of things shipping, there was the way Amazon seemed to be handling the Sentai Filmworks Premium Edition pre-orders had me question. They canceled No Game No Life Zero Premium Edition, so I ordered, or I guess I ordered from Right Stuff, but I'm going to have to see if that stuff gets in stock, or if maybe I should just try to order from Sentai themselves. It's possible I might miss out on getting the premium edition for that one, because this is a bunch of bullshit. But Made in Abyss shouldn't be a problem, because Amazon is still saying that that will show up maybe sometime next year, beginning of next year. But so I switched that over to Right Stuff, which has it in stock, and they shipped out my copy earlier today. So next week I should have Made in Abyss, and that one is a high priority watch because that's a good show. We'll just have to see how everything balances, because there's a very real possibility that I'm going to try to take on True Final Boss and Octopath Traveler this coming weekend. But yeah, I guess not a lot of watching outside of that. It's the new Batman Adventures, you know, getting through Batman the Animated Series Volume 4, which is the new Batman Adventures, which has some okay stuff. You know, it's got good ideas, it's got some entertainment, but it's also, it shouldn't be coming off the heroes of Batman the Animated Series, because it's really, it's not quite right compared to that. You know, Batman the Animated Series had some interesting depth to it that isn't present. It doesn't need to be present. Maybe comes back into play a little bit with later stuff. I don't know. That's part of the reason why I ordered Superman the Animated Series and Justice League. It's because the friend I'm watching that stuff with, we've only got 4 episodes left, and then I'm done with my Batman the Animated Series DVDs. I will have watched all of those. So next up, we are probably watching the Superman Animated Series. Let's see. And I guess I'm kind of interested in how that'll turn out. I wasn't as into the idea of watching it way back when, but I'm curious now, because animated series Superman tends to be a better one, and we'll see if the animated series is good, or if Justice League Superman is where it's at, or yeah, we'll have to see. But yeah, looking at that pile now, I also mentioned I would talk a little bit about other stuff I watched. So I watched 2 episodes of Tazmania. Or maybe it's called Come to Tasmania, but the DVDs just say Tasmania. But anyways, one of the reasons I really wanted to get was I wanted to rewatch the episode where they get stuck at a mall and keep saying knock on wood, because that's one that's kind of been burned into my childhood brain, where the idea of the phrase knock on wood is actually a bad luck thing to do, because, you know, every time they said it in that episode it was bad luck, and then at the end of the episode, you know, even the super positive mother was kind of shaken by it. But it was interesting. It's not perfect, but it is amusing to watch. At least the episodes I did. There was that one. There was also Taz Like Magic. Taz Like Magic. And, you know, if you kind of enjoy the Tasmanian Devil, I think there's some fun playfulness that's going on with just the concepts of the series and the things it does. It's kind of doing things that you can kind of tell are very Looney Tunes sort of thing, but it's interesting because they've changed up the scenarios and there's more playfulness to it than I think was there before. Like, it's not that there wasn't playfulness in the other stuff, it's just usually it's, you know, Roadrunner or Wile E. Coyote chasing after Roadrunner, and that's not necessarily playful. It's more like the writers being playful to us, the audience. But I think Come to Tasmania shows a little more of that playfulness, and it's kind of amusing in that regard. And then I fired up the first disc and watched the first episode, and it's, you know, there was a couple of jokes that I could think of that didn't quite work out right, but were kind of amusing in concept. It's interesting. So, you don't have to buy the DVDs that have come out like I did, because if there's one thing about that that's a waste, it's that I think they came out a long time ago. There haven't been any more DVD releases, and there may not be any more, but you can pretty much watch any episode from any season off of Amazon Prime for free through Boomerang, I think. Or maybe the other way, from Boomerang through Amazon Prime. I think that's a better way to say it. Anyways, other thing worth talking about is I did watch Incredibles 2. And, you know, it's an okay movie at a minimum. I'm not saying it's only okay. I'm trying to think how to properly summarize some of my thoughts. Like, there's some things about it that were like kind of obvious, but that didn't necessarily mean it was bad. I guess it made it feel like there was some convenience going on that the characters did eventually pick up on. That was a little more obviously convenient than the convenience from the first movie. Because, like, there was some convenience there in the first movie, but I guess maybe part of the problem was that the second movie had already started off and didn't need to introduce all the ideas that the first one had already introduced, possibly. But it, excuse me. It was, I guess I'm playing through it in my mind again, and, you know, it was neat. I think the first one is still better, but maybe I've heard other people think that the second one is better. And there are little issues I might have with it, but I don't think any of it really ruined it. It was just a little, I guess if you want to do that movie, it's your call. But overall, you know, it was interesting. It kind of almost seemed like it would back itself in certain corners that would make it a little hard to watch or enjoy, but it seemed to have interesting ideas on what to do just after doing that sort of stuff. So you kind of stay interested. I guess if I were to label any criticism at it, it would be maybe a little too much focus on Jack. And I'm not entirely sure if I can say that's criticism, because it made for entertaining stuff. It's just I kind of can't help but wonder how much of that was... Yeah. No, there was a lot of fun stuff that came out of it. So it's hard to say that that was a wrong decision in any way, shape, or form. But it did feel like it was a little heavy-handed in that regard. Oh well. Anyways, I guess that's everything I was going to talk about, because I did mention Made in Abyss shipped, and so hopefully that arrives and I get to watch it. Next week should be interesting because it's Thanksgiving week, and you know, I think Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays because I've got a lot of stuff I want to cook. Stuff I only eat on Thanksgiving, and I really love it. Huh. Oh well. Anyways, I guess that's this week's Anime DVD collection update. Y'all have a nice week.